Welcome. Clarification by the US about the Iranian passenger plane accident that was confronted by an American Sycamore in Syria. The US announces that an American fighter jet intercepted an Iranian passenger plane within the sky of Syria. 548 share posted on 24 July 2020 7:43. An American fighter has intercepted within the skies of Syria an Iranian passenger plane, the US announced Thursday. Earlier, Tehran said that an Iranian plane on a flight from Tehran to Beirut had to vary its course in Syrian airspace after being intercepted by an Israeli fighter. A Lebanese security source said that the accident caused 4 minor injuries to the passengers. The US admitted Thursday that an American fighter had intercepted an Iranian passenger plane over Syria, hours after Iranian state television announced an accident of this type within the same region, noting that the plane had been intercepted by an Israeli fighter. And previously, Iranian state television announced on its website that an Israeli warplane intercepted an Iranian passenger plane flying in Syrian airspace, on a flight from Tehran to Beirut on Thursday, forcing its commander to vary its course to avoid a collision. The U.S. Central Command, which oversees U.S. operations within the Middle East, said that an F-15 fighter was performing a routine air mission, that conducted a traditional visual observation of a Mayan passenger plane at a secure distance of about 1,000 meters from the plane. When the F-15 commander identified the plane as a passenger plane for Mayan Air, he safely departed from the plane, she said, stressing that the professional interception process happened consistent with international standards. Consistent with the Iranian narration, which appeared on the Iranian television website, while the Iranian plane was within the airspace over Syria, a Zionist fighter plane approached Mayan Air. He added, after this dangerous act by the Israeli fighter plane, the captain of the passenger plane reduced its height quickly to avoid collision with the Israeli fighter, which led to the injury of several passengers on board. Iranian television showed video clips filmed by people on a Mayan Air plane, showing passengers screaming when the plane's pilot suddenly changed course. The Iranian television report quoted an unnamed source as saying that the combat aircraft could be affiliated with Israel or the US, describing the incident as provocative and dangerous. For his part, Syrian official television and therefore the official press agency SANA, citing civil aviation sources, said that planes believed to belong to the US-led coalition intercepted an Iranian civilian plane in Syrian airspace within the Al-Tanf area, which forced the pilot to drop sharply, causing minor injuries between passengers. The sources indicated that the plane had completed its thanks to Beirut. In Beirut, a Lebanese security source said, the Iranian plane that was intercepted over Syrian airspace landed at Beirut airport. He pointed to 4 minor injuries among the passengers, explaining that the plane was carrying Iranian and Lebanese passengers. It's noteworthy that Israel launched many raids on Syria since the beginning of the war there in 2011, targeting sites of the Syrian army and forces claiming to belong to Iran and therefore the Lebanese Hezbollah, allies of President Bashar al-Assad. Do not forget to love the video, subscribe the channel, and activate the notifications button to receive what's new.